Welcome back to Break Hard Orchard. It's a beautiful day today, about 45, 50 degrees and a little bit of a wind. It's cool. It's a windy day. Would not be ideal for putting up the panels, but we do have a job that has to be done before we can get going with that, and this is an ideal day for it. We need to seal between the foot plate and the sill plate. The sill plate has a little sealing foam underneath of it, and we need to lay a bead of seal continuously all the way around the entire sill plate and foot plate of the whole house. Can't see why we can't knock that out and be done with it today. Today is Thanksgiving, so the kids are at home looking after the turkey. We're gonna get this done, go home and have dinner. The product that we're using is Seal. Seal came with a little squeeze type applicator, and that seemed like it would wear my hands out by the time I was finished building this house. I went ahead and bought this DeWalt DCE 580B. I'll be doing a review on it after I've actually had a chance to use it and can give a decent opinion of it, but so far it looks like it's going to do the job. I've gone ahead and taken all the nuts off of these anchor bolts. My wife's finishing up on the other side here. And all I really need to do is lift it up enough that I can put a bead of caulk that starts and is continuous and goes the entire way. So I've got this set to about half, and I am going to find out how this thing pushes that goo out of there. It pushes it out of there pretty darn fast. So I'm just going to run this bead of caulk all the way around, keeping it continuous, and I'm going to put the camera up so that I got two hands to work with and come back in a little bit. Well, that sausage casing is depleted. I'm going to go ahead and do this all the way. I'm about halfway down. I'm going to get all the way to the end, and then I'm going to put these foot plates back down. Do the first reload here. And is that, I ain't really sure how to get that out of there. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I don't want to drop it on the cement, so let's there we go. That's gross. Poke it a couple times. The barrel rotates so you can keep your nozzle cut any direction that you want. Okay. My bead is probably a little thick, a little fat. I'm going to turn the speed on this thing down just a little bit so it's a little easier to control. I got a little bit farther with that one. I got a feeling this is going to squeeze out when I put it down. So we'll start over here, find out how big of a mess I made, and I'll see if I need to adjust the way I'm putting this on. As you can see, the bead that I put on here initially is a little generous. So when you put the sill plate down, or put the foot plate back on the sill plate, it squeezes out. So I'm coming back over here and trying to scrape it off. Get it off of here. And this is the biggest reason that I don't want to leave this, is that the edge of the SIPS panel has to sit down here flush on top of that sill plate. Put this stuff off here. Use this piece of cardboard almost like a pallet. And I'm going to take it around and apply it to the sill plate on the other side that hasn't gotten any yet, so that I'm not wasting the stuff, because it looks like I went a little overboard. And I'm going to continue doing this all the way across here, but as I got further along, I realized I was putting it on too thick, so I'm not running into as much of a problem with that. We got all the foot plates finished all the way around. We put some panel sealant in between the foot plate and the sill plate. Every time we came to a joint, I made sure we squeezed it down into the joint to fill it, the joints on the sill plate. And we worked it all the way around. But we're only about half done. That took about two and a half hours. We got about an hour and 45 minutes of daylight left. We're gonna go around here and nail the foot plate to the sill plate, every 16 inches on center. That is according to the specifications of the SIPS panel producer. I was talking to some other people and they thought that that was overkill. I'm gonna go with the specs that the SIPS panel maker put out. That's part of the plan, so that's what we're gonna do. My wife is marking everything for me with a tape measure and a pencil, and I am out here, got everything set up with the nailer. I'm getting ready to start this, and I expect this to take maybe 20-30 minutes to get all the way around. Maybe not even 15 minutes. Got a couple of steers back along that other side, so go follow them up. That's great. Well, that's it. We got all the nails in all the way around, 16 inches on center. Good to go. We are ready to start putting panels in. Still got some panel deliveries coming. Tomorrow we have a delivery of panels for the roof coming, and we'll be up here, me, my wife, and my stepson. One thing we learned today that we might want to pass on: after you put your sealant underneath the foot plates, go back around and re-tighten. You're going to tighten it once and it's going to start squeezing the stuff out, but it seems to squeeze a little bit more after you've gone and spread out a little bit, and when you go back around and tighten the second time, you get a couple more turns on most of the bolts. So that's about all we got for today. If you enjoyed it or you learned anything, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We can always use the support. And we'll see you guys next time at Break Hard Orchard.